Hey, we're back. This is Minding Your Business with the Lancaster Chamber of Commerce. I'm Chris Spiker of Antelope Valley Florist. Aaron Goldstein, co-host, Goldstein Digital. How you doing?
Pretty good. How are you?
Wonderful. Happy Saturday.
Happy Saturday.
Hey, who's our next guest?
Our next guest is Rick Vanderhyde. He's the technical director for the Lancaster Performing Arts Center.
Hey, Rick, welcome.
Hi, Chris. Nice to be here.
It is nice to be here.
Really excited. First time.
First time on the show.
First time on the show. First time on radio.
No.
Yes. First time on radio.
Isn't that exciting?
Yes.
And when I asked you, you just like that, you were on it.
I was on it. I thought, why not? Let's see what I can do.
LPAC is such an important part of the Antelope Valley.
It is. I mean, I was excited to hear that a theater was going to be built in, I believe, 1990, 1989, 1990.
Right.
That we were going to have a space. And I was just lucky enough to make a cut to be employed as one of the first crew. So I am one of the originals. I'm one of 4 originals that have been here for the 25 years.
4 of you are still there.
4 of us are still there. I'm a full-timer. The other 3 are part-timers. We're all friends. We've had friendships as much as working relationships. And I'd like to say I am a fixture of that building as much as the building is, except the only difference is I've not had my upholstery restapled or any of my electronic parts internally changed out yet.
You know, we were talking about what the technical side of the house does, and it's all behind the scenes. Most people don't see it. Most audience members, they come in, they sit down, they point towards the stage, and they go from there.
And that's true. They don't realize that, like film and movies, you don't see the crew that arrives at Dark 30 to set up the cameras and build the sets and put everything together and do the shoots with the actors. You see the final product. Same thing with us. Here we are getting there early in the morning or maybe at lunchtime, depending on the type of show. Setting up and getting ready for the performers, going through sound check, going through lights, going through sets. Some shows we can do it in a day. Some shows it takes several days to get ready. And it's always, it's never the same twice. And that's why in 25 years, I look forward to every single season, because it's nothing going to be the same as the year before.
You know, and it's never the same twice. That was one of the items I made a note to make sure we talk about today, is how important it is to have live presentation versus I'm going to go to the movie.
And you just don't get that same experience. As much as I love movies and I love the industry and I've worked in it as well, there's just nothing like live. I mean, yes, there's as much enjoyable about seeing a live concert as it is watching a live mistake, and let's see what happens. And I've enjoyed it all. So I've really just had I've always had a big thrill about watching live performers, and this season is no exception. We will have a chance to see, we've had a chance to have a few returning guests that we've really enjoyed, and a lot of new ones too.
Who chooses, how do you find an act, or I guess that would be a term, an act or a guest?
Or a performer. An artist, as we like to say. We have Michael Rosa, the performing arts manager, who works with a gentleman named Barry Neal, who is our booking agent. And with Mike's input and Barry's input, they search out artists, usually they're available through their agents, so they might be on a list. We can find them, maybe we see somebody on Facebook that we like, or maybe YouTube. Also, our own history of shows. We have performers that we've enjoyed. Maybe we find somebody who's comparable, maybe we find that same artist. So we look at who's available, when, who might be available, make them an offer, see if they'd like to perform here, and build an entire calendar year around that. Now, our calendar year is what I call is actually a season, which is about September through May is the average season for us.
September to May, so that just leaves the summertime.
I would like to say summer is open, but summer is a big time for our local community to be able to use the stage, the dance studios, local groups that wish to rent us. So we technically don't have time off. I'm usually busy 11 and a half months of the year.
So the main stage, is it busy every night or every day?
Not every day, but when you have a large show and you see maybe just a performance on Saturday and Sunday, you may not realize that we have been working from Monday or Tuesday to get it ready, or in rehearsals for that time. We're not always doing something every day, but I'd like to say that we are busy 320 days of the year with something in there, whether it's a rehearsal, a load in, a performance, or a load out.
Well, for a community facility, it should be busy.
It is plenty busy.
And people can go to your website and see the calendar, but you had some shows you wanted to mention.
Oh yes, this year, as our other years, we've had a pretty exciting season. We really enjoyed how it started off. Now right now we stand at going into the Christmas season, and I'm still always very excited about what the Christmas shows are and the upcoming shows. So, like, say tomorrow we have Anita Renfro coming in, and why I enjoy Anita so much. She's a Christian comedian. She reminds me very much of Jeannie Robertson, who we had just a few years ago. A great performer that you can bring your whole family to. You don't have to feel that she's going to say anything inappropriate. Absolutely fun lady. It's going to be a great time. Tomorrow night, which is Friday, November 11th, we have that first show. What I want to say is the next shows I'm going to talk about, not only are we excited about them, but we can also say that they are going to have a buy one, get one free.
Wow.
So we have, one of my most exciting shows, Wednesday, January 11th, Cirque Pedal Punk.
What is?
Cirque Pedal Punk.
Okay.
Cirque Pedal Punk is a kind of a Cirque du Soleil style show, and they based a story around a bicycle repairman and his assistant and the day they spend with all the people coming in to repair their bicycles. So the show is very centered around a series of bicycles and a very unique set, very steampunk inspired. And this show is one of those shows that I'll kind of give this away. If you've never thought that a bicycle with square wheels could actually work, they will shock you because it can.
Wow.
It is worth the price of admission just to see that. This is actually a repeat show. We had them perform about 2 years ago, and of course we liked them so much, they were so amazing that we had to invite them back.
Right.
So this show, January 11th, is a buy one, get one. And going into Christmas as well, we can't forget that in the Christmas season, it wouldn't be Christmas unless we get to show Cedar Street Theater getting to perform their Charles Dickens Christmas Carol, and Antelope Valley Ballet showing their Tchaikovsky's Nutcracker. I mean,
Right.
It would not be Christmas in
Right.
this valley without those two
Tradition,
shows.
isn't
It's
it?
absolute tradition.
How
Absolutely.
many dancers, how many performers in the Nutcracker?
Well,
As many as they can, as many fairies and gumdrops and...
I would like to think so. I know Kathleen Burnett is the artistic director who could answer that better.
Yeah.
She does have a large cast,
Yeah.
and she gives the opportunity of so many young dancers the opportunity to dance on that stage for that very reason.
It's an amazing stage.
It's amazing production. Nutcracker, for being produced all locally, that includes the principal dancers. To produce something like that locally is one of those things, and having the LPAC there as the stage is one of the reasons.
Right.
Later in January, we're going to have Portland Cello Project. Now, if anyone has ever had a chance to see two cellos or black violin, this is going to be a very similar concert where it's a group of cellists who break the genre of music by not just staying classical. They perform in their repertoire. They have over 1,000 songs they can perform, and they can go anywhere from jazz, R&B, pop, modern, back to classical, and they do it with such a flair that it's quite it's a sight to see. It's a treat to hear as music, but it's quite the sight to see as a group. Also, buy one get one for that type of show. And then leading in the end of January, we have Ken Block coming in, and Ken Block is an amazing impressionist, very funny comedian and impressionist. Also, buy one get one. And then leading into later April, we have Semitoned, who is an a cappella group, 15-member. And a cappellas, when you're thinking a cappellas, I'm glad to say that Pentatonics was one of those groups that did a huge breakout to really bring a cappella back to the foreground of entertainment.
And they'd been here at LPAC.
I would like to get them here.
Ah.
I would like to get them here. I've had other groups. Semitone is going to be one of those groups that, really look at them hard as just the sheer entertainment value for what we appreciate. All these shows, all buy one, get one, and they also fall under the Student Rush, which allows students who have a picture ID to prove they're a student, can get a $10 ticket the day of performance, an hour before the show starts.
Yeah, if
So-
there's still tickets
If there's
available.
still tickets
then-
available.
Yeah, we're gonna put somebody in that seat that can appreciate the show.
And giving a break to students is another thing, is trying to bring students in to see performances.
You know, in this week's mail, I got an envelope from the LPAC Foundation.
Is that about the Speakeasy fundraiser by any chance?
It could possibly be. I haven't opened it yet.
We have one of the great support of the LPAC has been the foundation, the LPAC Foundation, who has been assembled since the beginning of LPAC. So what we have is on January 21st, one of our two fundraisers we do each year, we will be doing the Speakeasy fundraiser again. And the Speakeasy fundraiser is going to be harkening back to the Prohibition era, where we're going to have a casino night and all types of illegal hooch, I'm sure, to imbibe. But more importantly, the casino night is a fundraiser, lets everybody have a chance to have some fun, play some games a chance, and see if they can't get win a few prizes out of it.
And you know, for me as a community person, it's a real who's who of who's in the community.
I like to think of it as a who's who that supports the Arts for Youth program. That's key, and that's very telling of how much it means to them and how much it means to us to truly give back to the underserved schools of the Valley.
Yeah. Rick Vanderhyde, Technical Director at LPAC. Contact information. How do people find it?
We're on the web, www.lpac.org, or on Facebook. Please give us a like on Facebook, Lancaster Performing Arts Center. Keep in mind, in the next few weeks, if you like us on Facebook, we're going to probably be announcing some surprises. We might have a few new artists this season.
We're going to have you back. Thank you, Rick.
Thank you.